Hi, my name is Brian McCormick, and I am the UNC Pembroke Student Body President, and you are watching the Black and Gold Report on WFXB.
Hello Braves fans, and welcome to another edition of the Black and Gold Report, a program all about UNCP Braves athletics. I'm Kevin Freeman, and it's tournament time for both the men's and women's basketball teams here, and so we're going to be talking to head men's coach Ben Miller and head women's coach John Haskins about the team's chances in the Peach Belt tournament. And we're joined first by Coach John Haskins from the women's team. Coach, welcome back to the program. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Now, I know this game's a week old, but I had to mention a little bit about the Flagler game. You won that game 72-29. You set a school record for the largest margin of victory in Peach Belt play. What clicked in that game?
Well, it was a strange game. I mean, the first half, at halftime, it was 30-20. I thought we had played well defensively, gave a couple offensive rebounds, but had not played very well offensively. We just talked about cleaning up the offense. At the first media timeout, it was 39-26, I think, so it was a 14-point game. And they just went cold. And I mean, I thought our defense had something to do with it. They did not shoot the ball very well, and I think they hit a three-pointer with 2.5 minutes left to get their only other points of the second half.
They went about 14
minutes.
Yeah,
just kind of a strange game where they just had a bad stretch, and hopefully we had a little something to do with it. But it was a good weekend. We'd played well offensively the day before against Armstrong in a good win, a 24-point win, and I think it kind of carried over to Sunday.
Well, speaking of carrying over, let's talk about the big win against Lander this last weekend, a 63-62 nail-biter. They're 20-6 now, so it was a big win for the Lady Braves. It's only their third conference loss of the season. Talk about that game, and how big a win was this for you to finish the season?
Well, it was a good win. I mean, it didn't make any difference in terms of seeding, but the one thing that we tried to emphasize that if we won that game, this team would set a record for the best Peach Belt Conference record since we've been in a Peach Belt. And so the girls were kind of motivated, I think, by that and very excited by it. It was a great win for our girls. We hung in there. We didn't always play well. We started very slow. I think we got down 10 points early, struggled to score, but continued to fight and attack, and got contributions from a number of different players.
This is the third straight game that the Lady Braves have shot over 40% from the floor, which is kind of a hallmark for women's basketball, and I think you've done it 11 or 12 times this season. What's been the key for the higher shooting percentages as of late?
Well, I think last weekend it was offensive execution was pretty decent against both Armstrong and against Flagler. Probably Saturday against Lander, it was more breaking down their pressure, attacking their press. We got some easy baskets. We really weren't real good offensively, but we're able to attack their press, and then we made some shots against the zone.
This team really struggled at the beginning of the season to find itself. You lost a few early non-conference games, but since you've gotten into the Peach Belt, the team's really found its form, it's found its momentum, it's clicking quite a bit. What's happened halfway through the season to get this team really meshing the way that it has?
I think one thing's experience. You know, we lost, I was reading the senior write-ups before doing the write-ups on our two seniors this year, and I think last year we lost 2,500 to 2,700 career points scoring with our 6 seniors, and that's a lot of experience. You know, just so we were missing that coming in. We added 6 new kids, some of the kids that had to step up into bigger roles, and I just think it took some time. You know, the big difference, I think, is that we're winning some close games, where early in the season we lost a lot of those close games.
You mentioned this before, but this is the most conference wins that UNCP has, 12-6 since joining Division II and the Peach Belt. This is the first time also that the women's basketball team has beaten 2 ranked teams in the same season, so the accolades are really piling up this season. You have to be excited with the direction that this team is moving over the last couple of years.
Well, first of all, in all due respect to Sandy Littleton and her program, in 99, 2000, they were 12-7. They did win 12 conference games and had a very good team with Janelle Curtis and Jennifer Lance. Very good basketball team. We actually finished 1 loss less than them at 12-6, but they also had 12 wins. But yeah, just excited. Our girls have bought in and they've worked hard and believed in what we're doing.
We have about a minute left for this first the first segment here. The team's done a very good job utilizing its team speed. You have some quick guards, and we'll focus on the guards here in a little while, but they can create their own shots. What kind of advantages does having a quick team give you, and would you rather have a quick team or a tall team if you had to choose one or the other?
Well, I think in the Peach Belt, you need a little of both. But you definitely need quickness. This is a very athletic league, so you need athletic people on the floor, and I think, with Dom and Dee Dee and Jasmine Hairston, and I think Jasmine Kemp's a good athlete. So we've got some very good athletes, and then we've got a mixture of some skilled players and a little bit of size also. But I think it's a combination of all the above in the Peach Belt. You better have a little bit of everything.
All right, well, we're going to take our first break. We're going to come back and talk to Coach Haskins about the upcoming Peach Belt tournament.
I thought it was my lungs.
I was having shortness of breath.
I had a great team of doctors.
Dr. Lowry, wonderful doctor. The only one, really, who has ever had my heart in his hand.
I don't think you got any better treatment in Duke than you got him.
I felt very safe.
I mean, I feel good. Got energy.
I go to the mall and walk 2 miles.
I come out victorious.
I love Southeastern, and of course, if it has something to do with their heart, this is where you get it.
On Wednesday, April 4th, join your fellow Braves fans for the 2012 Braves Club Car Cash Bash presented by Southeastern Regional Medical Center. This year's event will include a steak dinner, live and silent auctions, and a chance to interact with UNCP student athletes and coaches. The proceeds from this fun and exciting event will go directly to support the scholarships and programs of UNCP student athletes. For more information or to make a donation, visit uncpbraves.com or call 910-775-4339.